Hi, everybody. So let's talk real quick about meal plans and what that is. So this is just one of those things that people get really, I don't really like the word triggered, but just hearing the word meal plan or meal prep kind of makes people go into a frenzy because they've tried it and it hasn't been successful. So anything you do, you have to have a plan, right? So you can't just, a home builder can't just go build a home. They have to look at the space. They have to level the ground. They have to work with contractors. They have to get the plumbing. They have to work with the electricians. And then you've got all the interior. So it takes a little bit in order to build a house. And if you take that analogy and look at it with food, as much as I've used quick food to supplement my lifestyle, um, it's really put us in harm's way in especially in the United States because we tend to be like, "Oh, I don't have time," or "I don't have the energy," and so I'll just run through and grab something. And, there's really good choices out there. If you live in a metroplex area, you can run into a grocery store and usually pick up something a little bit healthier and run it through Taco Mayo or Taco Bueno or whatever it is, Chick-fil-A, whatever it is for you. It may not even be those things. It may be going to eat at a restaurant. It's just easier. It feels that way, right? But that's because we don't have a good plan in place. And so meal planning is where you sit down and you make a plan. And some, like my mom is ADD and dyslexic. Having her sit down and physically write things out is a nightmare. She we go through lots of tears. We have sometimes there's fights between us because of this. My mom also can't do things on a calendar because the blocks with her dyslexia. It's fascinating to see how we're trying to put something on like the ninth of the month and it ends up on the third. So the way her brain processes information is completely different with the dyslexia. So I've had to learn how to work around that with her and learn how to help her make plans that she can stick to that work for her. So, um, let's talk about what meal planning is. Meal planning is, I think one thing that overwhelms people is like, let me plug in my computer real quick because I didn't realize it was just about out of juice. Yep. So what meal planning is it's sitting down one day a week is the best way for most people. And you write down okay, let's say that you're a trainer or your gym, or you've gone out to Google and found your own thing, or maybe you are a trainer and you're trying to figure this out and teach your clients, whatever it is. So you need to have some sort of way that you plan this out, whether it's on your tablet, on your phone, on your computer. I use an Excel spreadsheet. I'm super nerdy. Um, or on before I started doing Excel spreadsheets, I used Post-it notes and I would put Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Now, I'm a female. Females are moody. So I may have my meals planned out for the week, like this is what I'm gonna do, but I pick meals that are based around a meat or a protein that if Wednesday comes around and I don't feel like eating chicken stuffed bell peppers, then I can switch it up to something else in the recipe book with things that I have on hand. So I think sometimes we get to the point where we're like, this is the plan and I have to stick to it. You need to be flexible in your plan. You need to forgive yourself a lot. It's okay. And don't try to go all out. Plan for 2 days. Like just pick 2 days of meals and start with that. See if you can be successful with that. And then add 3 days the next week. Because meal prep and planning, it's a little bit of work. You've got to block off the time for it. I mean, there's no way to get around that. So you need to take whatever form you're using, whether you're using a tablet or post-it notes or a notebook, however you're doing it, highlighting in your cookbook, um, you need to pick your recipes. So depending on your meal plan depends on how much, like if you're on one with macros and learning how to do your proteins, your carbs, and right before you work out and all of that, if you're on a time nutrition plan, or maybe you've been given a list of these are the items you can buy and here's some recipes. Maybe you don't have a plan to go off of at all, and if you don't, I'll help you. So just need to let me know. um and So, for example, I'm just going to go off of what I have. I've done tons of meal plans. Here's some good ones that I've done in the past. If you are interested in doing a meal plan, Nancy Anderson Fit, I've done hers. Emily Sky, I've done hers. Um, I currently do Ultimate Portion Fix, which I got certified in, and I love it. Um, there's another one out with Epicure. It's a meal plan and prep program. So there's a lot of options. I've done one with Colin, my trainer. Um, he just kind of made a list and went off of it. Maybe you do 21-day fix. Maybe um, there's just all sorts of plans, and they all have different things. They've worked with nutrition and dietitians to help put out their stuff. My mom and I did one with our friend who's a dietitian, and hers was in Dallas, and it's called 24 Carats. She's passed away. She isn't do she did a really good meal prep and plan. She'd make all the food and stuff. She was awesome, but she had some other health. She had thyroid cancer and stuff. Anyway, not my point. Totally rambling. So um so I've done a lot, right? And the one I've been doing for this year has been my favorite. It's easy for me. I understand it. It took a little bit to get to it at the beginning, but I finally have it down and it's really easy for me and I like it and I'm busy, so it works. So what you do is you pick your plan first. And so there's two parts to meal planning. Pick a plan and then you got to plan the plan. So first pick the plan you want. So if you're in training, if you're at a gym and they offer something like that, talk to them. If you are a lone person in this and you need help, I will guide you. But I'm just saying there's other options out there. So I'm not saying this isn't a group where I'm telling you this is the only way. I'm just showing you how to get around some of these parameters. So, because it's confusing and frustrating, and I want you to be successful in whatever you do. That's what this is for. So, some meal plans are going to have you eat 5 times a day. Some are going to be 6. Some are going to be just different things. I've also done the RP with CrossFit. That was a really good one. Hard, but really good. And I've also done the block diet. So there's that one too. So after you choose the plan you're going to go with, you need to commit and say, I'm going to try this for 90 days. I mean, 90 days is nothing. If you haven't been doing anything, you've been giving your body 90 days of junk, really. I mean, if you haven't been doing anything and you're here to do something, you've probably been feeding it junk, more than likely. And you've been doing that for 90 days or longer. So now let's just give it 90 days to refresh itself. And your body works on 90-day cycles anyway. So it's just a good time frame. And it's going to be hard. And you need to see if you can stick with it because your brain is never going to be like, okay, girl, okay, guy, we've got this until you stick to something. So that's all I ask. Whatever plan you're choosing, you stick with it for 90 days. And if you have a day where you don't do well, so what? You had Taco Bell. Get back to it. Okay? You screwed up. Big deal. Get back to it. What happens is people mess up and then they think, oh, that's it. Meal plan's over. I better just go back to my old ways. No, not at all. If you're a parent, when your child messes up, I mean, is that it? You're just done? that's over with? Probably not. You have a new puppy, they potty on the floor, and you're working with them. Is that it? You just take the dog back to the people you got it from, the SPCA, you got it from a breeder, and you're like, "Sorry, this dog just piddled on the floor and it's defective." Like, "No, you're not defective. You have a busy life. You work, you have stress, you have family stuff, you may be single, you may have anxiety, depression, whatever it is. It's okay. Go through that Taco Bell, girl, and get back onto it." So don't worry about it. Now if you're going through drive-throughs all day long, every day, and you're not, that's when we need to start talking a little bit about getting back on the plan. Okay, so I've rambled long enough. So choose a plan, and then we're gonna make a plan for the plan. Okay? Peace out, peeps.